What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I've been following this story, this Alabama woman that mysteriously disappeared on the highway, right? And all right, for those of you that's been under a rock, let me just bring you up to speed. So there's this woman, and based off of the news reports, right? There's a woman in Alabama, and she's seeing a baby on a very busy highway. It's two conflicting stories. One person is saying that she called 911 and said that it's this mysterious baby, a lot of traffic up and down the highway. It's this mysterious baby. She pulled over to check on the baby, called 911. Another story says that she was on the phone with her friend, and then all of a sudden they had some wrestling and disappearing and stuff like that. And then she just vanished out of the air, right? Now, here's the caveat. Here's the thing that you got to take into consideration. There's so many holes in this story. And pardon me for being skeptical, because I know that the sentiment is always that you're supposed to be passionate and compassionate. And she's a victim in this story. But we've been jaded as a society, and more importantly, as men. And the reason that we've been jaded as a society and as men is because we've been told to believe everybody, that people can run in the Victim Olympics and that's okay, that women can say whatever it is that they want and we're supposed to be passionate about it. That's not true. That's not true. But anyways, let me continue with the story. So, as I've waited, because one of the things that I like to do is that I like to wait a little bit so that I can get all of the facts to come out. She showed back up 2 days later, right? And the reports say 911. Now remember, this is a busy corridor. It's a lot of people driving. It's like way busier than this right now, right? It's people coming in and out of McDonald's, right? She's staring at me. It's a whole lot of cars that's about to come down the street. There's cars coming down the street that way. It's super busy, right? Right here in the city of Detroit. And so it's her, just her. She's the only person that sees this baby. Because the 911 reports say, the 911 reports say, well, she's the only call that came in about a missing child or a missing baby. She's the only one, right? 2 days later, after this manhunt, she just shows back up and walks home. They take her to the hospital and try to figure out what's going on. No information, no nothing. So while the news and everybody was going crazy about her, I'm sitting back and I'm like, Now, two things can be true at the same time, right? Like, you could be perplexed, you could go crazy and all of that. But then at the same time, like, you can be hunting for her, trying to figure out where she is, doing the manhunt thing and all of that. But then at the same time, you can still be questioning things, and you could be using your context clues to try to figure out what the heck is going on and why is this thing so important and what actually happened to this lady, right? Because I'm trying to understand why she's the only person that's seen this baby. Because when I was going up and down 7 Mile, and I was in one of the hood areas of 7 Mile in Detroit, and there was a lady that looked like she was under duress. Everybody was pulling over and trying to figure out what the hell was going on. So that's number one. Number two, you know how difficult it is to be able to get a black woman today? Like, on a busy corridor? Have you ever tried to, like, lift a limp body or anything like that? It is hard. It is difficult. It's very, very hard. Then you just came home, and that was just the end of the conversation. Nobody said nothing. Nobody tripped. It's, oh my God, everything is safe. Where's the robbers? Where's this manhunt for these people that allegedly captured you and took you? Where's the manhunt at? Like, we should have the same amount of energy, respectfully. We should have the same amount of energy to go and find the captors, because I want to know where this baby is. I want to know where the baby is. And until I find out where that baby is, because the baby is more important than the woman, right? The baby is supposed to be more important than the woman. Now, a lot of y'all saying it was a bait baby. I don't know what the hell a bait baby is because I'm not a criminal. Y'all saying it was a bait baby, but either way, it's a baby. So we still need to be hunting and finding out where this baby is and who are these captors that's using it as bait, right? They say that the highway pulled all of this camera work and information and stuff and the traffic cameras, and we got all of this new technology. You can ping cell phones to find out who was in specific areas at what time, and you telling me they just walked home? Didn't even get dropped off? Just walked in, and that was the end of the conversation. I'm not saying that she did anything wrong. I'm not saying that people did anything wrong. I'm just saying it's very difficult in 2023 with all of the technology that we have and all of the hoaxes that we've experienced. Shout out to Jesse Smollett. It's very difficult in 2023 and all of this, stuff that's going on for me to just take stuff on the surface value and not ask questions as to what happened afterwards. I waited while everybody else was panicking and they was pushing the story out and they was talking about it. I waited. And I waited to see what the narrative was going to be and the conversations that was communicated. And now I'm curious because if I'm going to give energy to it, I also want a resolution. And I want to find that baby. So I'm curious as to what y'all think, because me personally, I'm not going for it. I believe very few of the things that they're trying to sell me on. I don't just by default give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe in a whole narrative of believe all women at all. I don't believe anything anymore. And so I just want to see the evidence. I want to hear the story. I want to see what's communicated, and then we can use our context clues as to how it is that we can solve for and then make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because isn't that what technology is for? Isn't that what coming back around and circling back around and having a conversation about this is for? As if not, then why do you call the general public to then participate in it if you don't want us to then ask questions so that we can prevent it from happening again? Because we need to be proactive, right? I'm curious as to what you guys think. Do you believe 100% of what is being communicated to us? And then do you believe that she was actually taken like Liam Neeson? If you believe that she was taken, let me know in the comments and then give me some more information that I may or may not be privy to, or information that may not be available to me, so that I can correct my story. Again, because I'm just going purely off of the reports, I'm going purely off of the news, so that I can correct my story and we can come to a better conclusion. Because nobody wants anything like this to happen to anybody, right? Am I right? And we want everybody to be safe, and we want to find our babies and our women and our children. I don't believe that negative things should happen to anybody. But what I won't stand for is people trying to pull the wool over my eyes and tell me I can't see. I can see just fine. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace.